Welcome back, Kings family, to a film review. First of its kind, though. I've never done a transfer, but with a transfer quarterback like Cam Ward, I got to get into it. Let's go in there. First thing we're going to do is check off this arm strength. So right now, this is a 55-yard throw. These are 54-yard, excuse me. He's going to throw from the 30. So trips here to the field side. Oregon State's in man with the safety over the top. It's zone here to the near side. So this safety is actually going to mess up, and this is the big play threat, number 5 down the field. Also, number 3, everybody, Canes fans know they wanted them. But this number's 2 receivers going to go right up that post because that safety is lacking and watching that's inside slot. So as he's lacking, you see him throw it from the 30-yard line. It's going to land right there at the 15. So, yeah, around a 54, 55-yard throw. So that debunks anything about arm strength. This guy can get vertical. He can go deep. This ball's on the money. It was on time. Let's go. So you've seen the arm strength and the deep ball running wide open. That's cool. Just had to get out the way. Bro, he is an elite 50-50 ball thrower. He puts these balls where only his receiver can get it, and it gives you a lot of opportunities for his receivers to make plays. So there's a single high safety over here. It's a man across. See how he's really inside, so it's giving him a lot of room for this fade. Outside release, obviously he's going on the fade. The ball is out. Only place it could be at, bro. It literally drops right on that into that bucket, man. Right ahead, bro. That's actually good coverage. This is just a better throw. You're going to see this throughout this review. I love his 50-50 balls. I love his deep shots. Some of the most accurate balls you will see. It even tucked itself into Buddy's arm for him, bro. Like, it literally just tucked itself. He's just caught it. All right, now I can catch and run. That's just perfect elite ball placement. Something that we're going to see time and time again from Cameron Ward, baby. Again, honestly, gives his receivers a chance every time. For some of these 50-50 balls aren't 50-50 balls. This is against Cormani McClain. A lot of Canes fans know him. 5-star freshman at Colorado. This is actually really good coverage. Really good coverage. Just look at this ball. It's out early. He's on the right hash, so it's not a long throw. Ball's out early. It puts it right where the receiver can get it on the outside shoulder, away from the defender. The defender, Komani's doing everything he can. Got the left arm up, eye guard, and all that. But the ball drops right on that outside shoulder with enough space for him to get his feet down and get out of bounds. This is excuse me for cursing. I'm sorry, Cam Ward time. It's a fucking dime. It's a dot, bro. Jesus. Obviously, this is for the Apple Cup, a big-time game, big-time opponent. Washington's a playoff team, and they're humming. So, great job here from Cam Ward. He's going to be looking to his left, keep this safety right here in the middle of the field. He knows this guy is taking with inside, but he knows he has inside help, so he's not going to fully commit to it. So, great job here by looking that safety off. You see him continue to go that way, and then come back right to slam that post because the corner automatically gave up that inside leverage because he had help. Great job by Cam Ward manipulating the guy's help. You'll see it here on the replay, but literally just manipulated it by looking left, came back right and let it go. There was no hesitation. One pat, gone. So that safety was out of the picture, who that corner was expecting some inside help from. So great job manipulating. Simple free throw concept, just a go ball and a speed out from your slot receiver here, 2x2, just letting this big go. This thing was going to land right on the pylon, threw it early with anticipation. Now he has a step on him, but he was putting it out there in front of him way early. That ball was out quick. Ball's out. He's just past 5 yards. That ball's already out. It's going to drop right on that pylon. Just a beautiful throw. The celly and all that is cool and all. Let's get to the replay. I mean, he's going to get pass interference too. That's definitely PI. The ball came there early, but the ball literally drops out that pylon. You cannot throw it any better. This excites me here. Just great job here extending the play. Trips here, motion here. You got your tight end in. You got some inside pressure coming in. Going to step out of it. Eyes automate downfield. You've seen this guy running that dig, that crosser from the top of the screen here. It's coming all the way from the top. And Cam's going to extend the play, then drop a super dot. That's a fucking dot. On the run, you cannot throw that any better. I mean, receiver just right on the money. It promotes yak. You could just keep moving. I mean, man, what a freaking super dot. Super dime. Inside interior pass rush. Doesn't step up, rolls out. Able to follow that dig across the field and literally drop it right on the damn money. You couldn't walked over there and handed it to him any better. This is some of that little Houdini magic that Canes fans had a glimpse of when we had De'Aaron King here in 2020. Just when you think you have him for a sack here comes a free blitzer from Stanford. Has him wrapped up, only has his shirt or cloth, able to keep spinning, grab through, break through, break through. His shirt rips or whatever the hell the defender had him by. And this is not by coincidence where he threw this ball. Yes, he's looking downfield. He scrambles a lot more to throw than he does to run, which I love, to be honest. Take off when you need to. But this ball is going inside because you have this corner going this way, this safety going this way. He's throwing it inside to try to give his receiver a chance, but to also protect the ball. His receivers looking, the DBs aren't. So throwing that ball inside is no inky dink. It is not a coincidence. He did it on purpose to give his receiver the best chance to catch this ball and to make sure if his receiver didn't catch it, nobody did. Great job there from quarterback, knowing that, hey, my receiver's going to adjust to this guy. A DB going is not going to turn around because they're scared of getting bombed. I mean, most of these DBs probably thought this was going to be a sack. Next thing you know, he's out of it. And look at his ball placement. You'll see a little bit better what I'm talking about right here, right? Where's his head? That way. Where's his head? That way. He's just watching him. He's not watching the ball. These guys don't play the damn ball. Great job, Cam Ward. You was that boy. So if you like this, man, click that link down there, man, that YouTube link. Watch the full review. I spend way too much time than I need to on these things, but appreciate you, Canes family. Let's go. Again, one of the most accurate deep ball throwers in college football, has his trip shoot to the right. He's going to take his one-on-one down here to the bottom of the screen. Just look where that ball placement is, man. It drops, again, right in the bucket where the defender, who's draped all over him, he could not get any closer, could not have any more coverage or provide any more coverage than what he's currently doing right now. But it doesn't matter if you drop that thing right in the bucket. Again, just super accurate deep ball throw. Very next play, punches it in. This is going to be very similar to what Jacoby George does. You see that motion in, then right back out. So something very familiar that we do in the red zone that's worked a couple of times this year. Cam Ward's already familiar with. This is experience, understanding to get the football out quick and understanding where to get the ball to. Look at this linebacker back to the, opening up this way, then down to the deep middle. This linebacker's facing that way. Of course, I'm going to throw it at that slant. They're not even looking. It's just a veteran quarterback. The safety trying to get deep. This linebacker's back to him. This guy's in zone coverage, so he's not playing man on that slant. Let me just get that slant over to one of my speedy playmakers for a big game. But again, just knowing where to knowing where to go with the football, accurately distributing it quickly, allowing right after the catch opportunities. Ball placement isn't just always that beautiful outside shoulder. Sometimes it's throwing at your receiver back shoulder so he doesn't get killed by safety. You throw that here, you're putting your receiver, setting him up. This time you throw a back shoulder, allow him to protect himself. Your receivers will love you for that. And then, the extra, that's all extra yak. But you just want your receiver to be available for you for the rest of the year and not throw his ass straight into that safety. So great job, great ball placement there. I'm pretty sure his receiver. Look at this ability to process information so quick. Just look at the recognition here. UCLA, very good defense, very aggressive, but they're going to bring a double-edged blitz right here. And now look at Cam Ward. As soon as he sees it, he knows he has a complete touchdown call. It's either a QB run or that quick call was just a perfect call. But it looks like he's seen that double blitz and then understood that he just needed to flip that right over, and they caught him lacking right there. Just great job there, understanding. Let me just float that over top. Easy touchdown. Trips here to the field side. Look at the safety's posture and where he's running to. So, of course, he's going to throw this fade and just throws a freaking right over the shoulder. This receiver does an excellent job because his other hand's getting held. So he grabs it one-handed, which makes this super sexy. But if Canes fans wanted him to, I think he's announced he's going to Texas Tech. But look at that ball, right? That's where the bucket would be if his arm was able to get there. That's exactly where that bucket would be. Just reached his left hand out and is able to snag it one-handed. But again, putting that ball, understanding quickly where that safety was and putting that ball to the outside shoulder, giving his receiver a chance to come down with it. Love the formation of this play. We got a double stack here in the slot. So it's a 4 wide set. A great anticipation on this throw, right? Gets the route, get the release you want. It's a curl, able to go ahead and create that separation. But that ball is out his hands. That's a long throw, obviously coming from the opposite hash. That ball is out already. See where this ball is at? It's already almost at the other hash by the time that guy turns around. Promotes yak. A lot of run after the catch ability. That happens because of the quarterback being decisive. And obviously, this guy's just special, so he's going to make it better than what it was to make it a touchdown play. But without Cam Ward putting that ball out right on time so he could run after the catch, that's not a touchdown. Again, this safety's inside the hash, right? Because why is he going to be way out over here? Inside split. Washington State does a really good job with their spacing and passing attack. Look at this ball, man. Just completely away from the safety, away from the corner, outside shoulder. Literally some of the best deep ball throws you'll see in college football. He is super accurate downfield. Receiver makes it look sexy, but the ball placement and putting it right on the outside shoulder, he grabs it with one hand, but he could have definitely got it with two if the DB wasn't holding him. So that's exactly why I know you can't see it because they doesn't replay it like this. But man, this DB's holding his right arm right here, right? So that's why he has to go with one hand. That's literally right on the money, right in front, man. Some of the most accurate deep balls and fades you will ever see in college football. Maybe not ever see, but see as a Miami Hurricane next year. That's for sure. While he's had offensive line issues at Washington State are out there. While I do think he playing a little superhero ball, or hero ball we like to call it, is led to some of those high amount of sacks and fumbles. Not all of them were turnovers, just high amount of fumbles. Recovered a bunch of them. I think he's at his best when he gets the ball out of his hands quickly. And this is for Dolphins fans who are also Canes fans. This is a play that should look very familiar for you. It's what we do for Tua Tagovailoa. Real quick, you get the flat corner and hitch real quick, so that quarterback has no time to think. It's just real quick. Either I'm throwing this hitch, which is most likely always going to be open because everybody's going to flow to that speed out, which is what happens right here. So you just get lost in traffic. The ball's out of his hands quickly, and it promotes yak because you can let a guy just run with the ball after with his hands. So I think this is one of the great things that he could do when he's at his peak is when he's getting that ball out quick. Yeah, he's a mobile quarterback. The rushing numbers aren't there because he's a run to throw type of guy. Very aggressive, very accurate with the ball placement. There's trips here, tight right over here. Everybody's in between the hash, so they're going to get this basically a free release from this inside receiver number 3 as he crosses. That widens the corner out, and then he's able to just cut back and cross his face. So now he can't. Now he's just going straight up between the hash numbers, and he just has to make sure he doesn't put this ball so far in front that the safety can come either pick it off or kill his guy. So what you do is you put it on like a back shoulder. You put it on him. This is a perfect throw. People could say, "Oh man, he has space here." This is a perfect throw. This is exactly what you want. You want to throw a back shoulder. You don't want to throw him into that safety over there, risk a big hit or interception. This guy could break off his guy. Man, this is a perfect throw. Downfield, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks on the market. That's why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the transfer portal. Very athletic, but love the quick decision here. You can see him going through progressions, fakes it here, looking. All right, let me step up in the pocket. This is covered up. All right, I'm going to just take off. Very, very methodical runner. It's not somebody who's going to take off 20 times a game on you, but very methodical when he decides extending the play. Doesn't like what he initially sees because everything's pretty much covered up. This guy gets pushed off his route. They have this strapped to this way. He's thinking about escaping. Defensive line cuts him off, so he immediately doubles back. Great job here from an offensive lineman just laying on his guy. This is why you see people do it. People be like, why are you doing that? This is exactly why you do it. Great job here from this offensive lineman because then if this guy was able to get up, you probably could have affected this play. Allows Ward to, keep his eyes downfield and drops a super dime to a receiver working for him, gets his foot in the end zone. Man, I just love the progression here. You see him opening up, going left to right and to the middle. You see this right here? Once he saw this safety opening up this way, he understood because you have this corner occupied here on this hitch. Simple little smash concept. He looked perfect left. Safety looking. Safety loses this matchup. He knows his guy has an outside breaking route. And look at this technique from the safety. Yeah, you're getting cross face. That ball was out right on time. Promotes promotes big playability. Just great job using his eyes down. Very long throw here on the left hash going against Cormani or McLean, has a lot of cushion. So when you have that curl or that stop route, just throw it to the outside shoulder. He sees inside. So You throw it outside to give him more space to make moves after the catch. Again, his balls give you a lot of room for yards after the catch. I love it, to be honest. It's just smart. You throw it inside, cornerback might have a chance to break on it if you throw it late. But at this point, he's just probably a catch and tackle. If you throw it right here, Cormani McClain's going to wrap him up. So again, promotes Yak with his ball placement. I heard fans say, "Oh, only 25 throwing touchdowns." While he has 3,700 passing yards. The reason why it's that low is because he has 8 rushing touchdowns. Even though he's not a very effective runner when it comes to yardage, even though I do think he is, but statistically not, because of a lot of sacks he's taken. He'll do a lot better at Miami. But just the QB draw here gets in there. He's a very good threat in the red zone, so he's going to have those. He put up 8 rushing touchdowns already, so that's great. Love this. Going out of cover 2, it's a wider throw. This cornerback, again, it's Cormani. He did everything right here. You're supposed to just not let that guy get a free release. It's cover 2, so you have to just reroute him a little bit while that safety gets over the top, right? That ball is just thrown so quick and on a line. There's no air to it. It's zipped in, so it's on a straight line. That's how it's able to sneak in between Shiloh Sanders and Cormani McClain. That's just great effort there, by the way, to get that tackle. But that's exactly how you're supposed to do it, man. If you put that ball in the air, it's a pick. So that ball was lasered right in between. That's just epic. Big time right there. Then obviously we got that perfect fade ball coming from the opposite hash, dropping right over the top. Is bombs over Baghdad. One of the best deep ball throwers. I'll continue to say it as you'll continue to watch the reasons why I say it. Play action rollout here. We already talked about his effectiveness as a runner in the red zone. This defender's they're in man. You're gonna go out with that flat. Okay, I'm gonna just literally just ease into the end zone. Yeah, he had to jump into it, but it's just very easy. Again, a threat in the red zone to score. You start getting in these zones and it's dropping. Next thing you know, you're trying to make sure that quarterback, some people aren't scramble drilling you and doing all things. Next thing you know, that quarterback just makes one cut up field and just walks right in. Again, a very, very, very important factor to his game is his legs within the red zone. Love his pocket mobility here. He's going to have some pressure, going to be dancing around because there's a 3-man rush, and then the 4th man comes under. He's able to slip underneath that guard, and it allows this guy right here from the bottom to cross all the way over, right? So you got these deep routes coming in. That's going to take that safety and that corner. They're going to have to continue to respect it and vacate that area. So now you got a guy crossing. He buys enough time, pocket mobility, is able to throw over top the underneath defender, and then that's 2 deep routes to seam in that post, blew that coverage over the top. So then again, great time to fit that into the pocket. That doesn't happen if he's not able to avoid this rush. Most quarterbacks, this is a sack or a throwaway just to not get behind the chains. Cam Ward, he could move his feet, reset, and throw a ball on the move, 20 yards, 30 yards downfield. You talking about putting the ball on a line. Look at this slant to the number 3 receiver's trips here. He's going to fit this slant in between 2 drifting linebackers and his corner that was over the top / safety. Look where he fits this ball in between 3 defenders on the move. On the money. That's insane. The ball placement and then the zip. Once he lifts his hands, that bit was humming or whistling. Great strong hands by the receiver to reel that in. Again, anytime you get inside the 20, just a threat. Fakes this pass right here. Dude's not even looking when he tries to pump it. So this is a draw all the way. You see the lineman downfield. Just anytime a defense just has to respect it and prepare for it, which gives our offense just more threats. In the trips here to the field side. And this is a super dime to that number 2 receiver on that fade. Again, just one of the better outside shoulder throwers and fade ball throwers in all the college football, because look what his ball placement is at. Above to the outside shoulder. You could not ask for a better ball if you're a wide receiver. You better catch that shit. When I say he usually scrambles to throw, this is what I mean. You see plays like this, 2x2 set, receivers right here in this line. Doesn't like it at first, obviously, because this linebacker's crashing in, holding, extending. Most quarterbacks who could run, they would have took off right up this alley, right? The receiver's working. He's watching him, giving him a chance to, get free on a big linebacker. Receiver just does a little spin move, gets around. Boom, let me dump it to him. Easy 20-yard gain, 25-yard gain. I could have just ran for 8 to 10 and then slid and, why do that when I can just pass it real quick to one of my playmakers? So love the fact that he scrambles or runs to throw, and it gives the receivers, I don't know, if I feel like my quarterback's, working and he's not just going to take off, like I'm gonna make sure I'm doing everything possible to, so I'm ready for when that ball trips here to the field side. You got a safety cheating that way. You got a corner and and playing bell technique. So instead, your receiver's not going to get over the top of him. You have somebody trailing. You have a corner that was over the top. So you throw that big back shoulder. Stupid accurate. Stupid accurate. Mm, 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 mm. Top receiver takes him out. That DB, you have him under the top. You have the safety over. So you just throw that thing back shoulder. Oh man, it's just poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. Perfect way to attack the one high safety with the man trailing underneath. It's just perfect, beautiful ball. Again, if it's not there in the passing game, he didn't like it. Slant speed out. It's not there. I'm gonna just extend with my legs. God given athleticism. Easy touchdown. Just perfect placement, perfect ball placement. If this is a 50-50 ball, you want to be the receiver because that's the defender has no chance at that. Just high pointed out the air. They're not looking towards the back of their head. Man, what perfect back shoulder ball here. You could say, oh, this has to be in front of him. It's a touchdown. But he's throwing it away from that defender. Nobody, this is crazy. He catches the body. Look at him at the top of the numbers. Look what he did at the line of scrimmage. Oh my God. Just slid that boy way left, created that throw. So that's why he was throwing a back shoulder. But no, quarterback just caught that bit and threw it. He had no idea that this guy was going to get crossed over to another area code. That's a perfect ball. Love this stepping up in the pocket. You had a mesh concept coming. This guy's wide open. Just flicks it to him because obviously he's a right-handed, so he would have had to reset his feet, do all that. So he just flicks it to him. That's a gamer. That's a gamer. Standing tall here, manipulating the pocket. They bring four. They're able to start getting some pressure late. Steps up. Eyes are down the field. Immediately bangs that post over to his tight end. This got again an elite quarterback. That's the reason why he's been so coveted. And then we're gonna pull him in over Florida State. That was even better to not have to play him and have him play for us. So it doesn't get any better for that. Boom, go Canes.